How's it going, YouTubers? This is John R1S. Today I'm showing you what? Black Ops 3, that's right. Look how sick that guy looks there. Just sat so menacingly with the dual pistols in his hand. He looks epic. I'm hoping if they do a theme, obviously for the PlayStation, for the home screen, it looks like that, because that is absolutely sick. The shine from the head. He just looks so menacing, that looks cool. Here it says that thing called beta, and it's just basically welcoming us, obviously, to the beta. And then the call of Black Ops 3 beta represents a portion of the game while it's still in development, meaning that by playing you are actively helping us identify and fix issues for a smoother day one launch. The beta is not a full version of the game, as it represents a fraction of the overall multiplayer experience. We are right here with you, and we will be in touch over the next few days. Follow our triage for the latest direct from the studio. That is cool. That's cool. It's just loading up now. And here we go. Now, as you can see, I'm already in rank 8. I did do a video previous to this when I just started, but unfortunately, I did the most noobish thing ever, and I didn't actually have my mic plugged in. How bad was that? So I was going around talking to myself for ages. I put in gameplay, I put everything into it, and then I ended up finding out I'd not even recorded my voice. How great. I did try to re-record over it with my voice, but then my voice was out of sync. So I thought, hey, let's just screw that and let's just redo it again. So I'm back here again, guys, to show you. As you can see, the first guy I did choose in the game was Prophet, which is this guy here. And as you can see, my nat type at the bottom corner there, I'm on rank 8 at the moment. So let's go into create a class. So in create a class, you basically get the standard gun to start off with, which is the Kuda. The other two guns you don't get, you have to unlock them by tokens, which as you can see, because I'm level 8, I've unlocked the Razorback, which is a very, very good SMG. These, I would say, are the perfect guns to start with, especially for the Kuda, because you can actually move around. You don't need to have stock on them to be able to move pretty fast. They do move left and right pretty fast. If you're like me and you like to strafe while shooting, then these are the perfect guns to start off with. On here you can have attachments. There's a reflex sight, which I've got. There's the quick draw, and as you can see, you can have primary gunfighter, but there isn't. If you use your right thumbstick, you can look at the gun only at a certain angle. Unfortunately, you can't do the full sides of the gun. I don't know why, but it just lets you do one side. Any of the optics and attachments you don't get when you first start the game, obviously you have to unlock them, and you have to be level 19, and then you can get the primary gunfighter as well. There's a hand pistol. The hand pistol, the MR6, is brilliant. It is absolutely classic, that gun. I haven't got no attachments for it yet because I've not used it too much, but it is an amazing gun. Again, down here when you first start, you get a frag grenade, and you do get 2 concussions. You have to unlock, obviously, any others. You get the flashbang, the EMP, the black hat. You get a smoke screen, trophy system, and shock charge. The black hat is a pretty awesome tool on there. As you can see, I've just put the other concussion back on. When you first start off on this one, you only get Afterburner. I'm using 6th Sense at the moment because this displays a mini map indicator with the direction of nearby enemies. So if an enemy comes near to you, it will actually point direction. If you've ever played a game such as Crisis, you'll know, as in that it also had a similar idea of threat detection when enemies were nearby. There's Blind Eye, Overclock, where you can earn your specialist weapon faster, Flak Jacket, and Ghost. You first get Fast Hands, and then you can get Anti-Up, Hardwired, Tracker, which is see a digital imprint of enemy footsteps, Cold-Blooded, and Scavenger. The only extra ones obviously is Anti-Up. Respawn in starting bonus to your score streak meter, so you end up going in with a bonus already on your score streak. For this one, you only start with GungHo when you first start, but you do get Blast Suppressor, which basically When you use your thrust, such as thrusting across the floor, thrusting into the air, anything like that, it will actually show, like Advanced Warfare will show you on the minimap. So try not to use it too much. Once you get blast suppressor like that, then obviously you'll get a suppressed sound and it won't show up on the minimaps. Awareness, so obviously you can hear enemies like Black Ops 2. Dead silence, so no sound at all unless you've obviously got awareness on. Tactical mask and engineer. And here, as you can see, you've got all your perks. I've only got one at the moment that you can unlock, which is perk 1 greed. So obviously that means that you can have 2 perks on there. And as you can see, the other 2 are locked. So it's only perk 1 I can get greed on at the moment. Let's just add that on actually. Why not? Okay, we've got to get the unlock tokens. I ain't got them yet. That's no problem. Just to quickly actually show you as well, when you go into this, what you can do, as you can see, I've hovered over the gun. It says triangle to personalize. You can actually go into paint jobs, and here you can obviously do some painting. I've done one already. Just a very, very quick detail on there, and called it test. There is a graphic on the other side as well. I just basically did it as a quick. As you can see, I've not really put any attention to detail. I've just basically slapped colour on, and it's just like doing the emblem sort of thing, so you can add obviously your own style to your guns as you go around and play. The other guns that you can have is the Weevil, which is a full auto submachine, large magazine capacity with moderate damage, which is pretty good. The Razorback is a full auto submachine gun, best accuracy in class, ideal for mid-range engagements, which is true. Up close, it isn't as good. If you are from mid-range, it's not too bad. And if they're very long range, then I would suggest burst fire with this weapon, because it does seem to be a little bit weak from very long range. But mid-range is probably your most decent, or possibly close. But when I've used it, I've been most best with this gun at mid-range. The Vesper. On here as well. Apparently you can only go up to level 23 or level 20, possibly level 25. Don't quote me on that, but I think that will be the last gun you can physically actually unlock as the VMP, and obviously the other item is classified. I think you can, possibly it's the Vespa and the VMP actually that you can't unlock in this. Then you've got the assault rifles, the ARK-7, the Man O' War, and the HVK. As you can see, I've unlocked all 3 of these weapons. As you can see, the ARK-7 is pretty fast fire rate and good damage range. Accuracy is not too great, so may have to burst fire. It has got moderate recoil to that gun as well. This one is a Man O' War full auto assault rifle, strong damage with slow fire rate. So if you've got someone with a faster firing gun, they will beat you to it, but it is a pretty strong gun. The HVK, fastest fire rate in its class, which it has got insane fire rates, but the damage and range is limited, so you do need to be a little bit close at times with that. I've used this as well, the KRM. This is a brilliant gun. It does get a one-hit kill against enemies, but you have to be pretty close. If you're about, say, 2 jumps away, you would have to double fire. But if you're closer than that, then you'll definitely get him with 1 shot. And is pretty accurate even when you hip firing with that kind of gun as well. The BRM, now I didn't really like this gun. I used it, but it has got horrible recoil to it. Apparently it says strong damage with balanced recoil. I think the recoil on this gun was not too great. I seem to be going against people and they were just killing me way before I could kill them with this gun. So the BRM is probably not one of my most favourite guns. Dingo, I have used this because when you basically start, as we've done in previous Black Ops, Call of Duties, so on and so forth, you obviously get classes at the bottom that you can choose from, which have been made up so that you can automatically have decent guns and attachments that you wouldn't normally have already unlocked, which you can have as well. The Dingo, I've used it. It is a pretty decent gun. I've enjoyed using it. It's good at all ranges, and I've enjoyed using that gun, so definitely give that one a try, guys. That is probably one of the best at the light machine guns that I like at the moment. The sniper rifles, now both these guns are absolutely amazing. The Locust is a really great bolt action sniper. I've got some gameplays of me actually killing people with this bolt action sniper. It is really, really good. Something that I picked up from enemies and I've used it, and it is amazing. The Dracon, I've not really seen this one yet. Not many people have used it, but it's a semi-auto sniper rifle, so that will probably be more my kind of sniper, as I'm not a huge fan of sniping. I'm not a great person at sniping. And as you can see there, the ARK-7 with reflex, suppressor and quick draw. I've added some attachments on, obviously due to me getting them on there as well. And there's the Locust that I've been using. I've got it with recon sight now for enhanced zoom, and I believe that's all I've got at the moment. Yeah. For this one, this is the shotgun. I've just equipped the reflex sight to it. As you can see, that increases the accuracy because it is one of those that you do have to be pretty close in order to use that kind of gun. And the HVK, I don't believe, I've used it, I must have used it a little bit. I don't really recall too much about the gun. It has got a pretty fast amount of fire rate to it, so when you fire it, it does have a bit of a kick, so you may find it best to try and burst fire. Maybe when you've obviously got, when you've got the actual foregrip for it, it will probably be way more accurate, but it's not a bad gun, not a bad gun. Close range, you melt them. Mid-range to long, I would suggest probably burst fire. Here are the specialists. They start off with Ruin, with gravity spikes that basically creates a shockwave when slammed into the ground, destroying all enemies within close range. He also has Overdrive, which gives him a cybernetic leg upgrades that enable him to temporarily run fast, which I've seen it. He does run pretty badass fast. Outrider, which I've used. As you can see, I've unlocked it with the Sparrow arrow. It is beast. It is brilliant. There's some gameplay of me actually sticking someone and blowing up the teammate with them as they ran on to help them out. They both died at the same time. It's pretty cool, and I will be uploading that later today. There's also Vision Pulse, basically a bit like Advanced Warfare's threat detection. Basically, it does have a limited range to this. It's not everybody in the whole entire map you can see. It is only within a certain range of where you are, so do be careful when you use this. You won't be able to see absolutely everybody, and the enemy do glow red, so they will be able to notice that they're glowing red, and they'll know obviously that you're around, so do be aware. Even though it does help you see them, you may have trouble trying to obviously get the drop in on them as well. Do excuse my son in the background, he's just making a bit of noise. There's Prophet here, which I've also used. He's the first guy I used in the actual game, with the gun Tempest, which is a charged shot weapon that fires out electricity. A pretty decent gun. I enjoyed the Tempest, but it is pretty difficult to use. Don't try and think you can just run and outgun somebody, because you can't. It is more of a gun that you're gonna surprise someone or get those cheeky little shots when they're not looking, but to go against them by trying to outgun them, you won't. You'd be very lucky to get the kill, because if they stray for anything like that, you're going to miss, unless you've got really good accuracy and you basically guess that they're going to be there, because the delay of it firing will make sure that you miss most times. There's Glitch. This is a really great specialist. I use this actually a couple of times. It actually did get me out of really sticky situations. There's one point where I actually tricked someone as they were firing at me. I used Glitch and I was at the side of them and they had no clue. And you saw them spinning around thinking, whoa, where are they? And I just shot them and killed them. It is a really good one to use.